Hello. Welcome back to the FlurrySports Podcast. Apologies for last week. Someone stole the vocal cords of both Jake and myself at the exact same time. The timing was impeccable. Yeah, it was great. It was awesome. Put out that little 1 minute episode, and people thought I was doing a bit. It wasn't funny. It wasn't a bit. It was something though. But we're back. We're better than ever. We're well rested, and we're here to talk about a lot of football stuff. We got college football playoff stuff, national championship next week from today. Recording this Monday. We got NFL wild card weekend, still one game left to play. But Jake just asked me before the show, about Miami. Do I know how much money Miami is making? Please tell me, because this is very interesting. I love sports business shit.
Well, I think it's very interesting. And the thing I want you to keep in mind, because I think it adds to the pettiness, is that they were weirdly put in a situation where it was gun to their head. The committee somehow made it. It must be Notre Dame or Miami. So I want people to remember, because Notre Dame would have likely, assuming they win all the same games Miami does, which is a big if, but let's say they did, they would have made the exact same amount, because, Zach, the ACC has a clause. Miami football is in the national championship against Indiana. The ACC has a clause, which, as I've looked into it, I've dubbed the please Clemson, don't leave clause. That is, if you make the football playoff, you, at the ACC, is the only conference that does it, you do not share your revenue with anyone. The team who makes it banks it. That's how come I looked into it. And honestly, the two articles I found, one was like Clemson was considering leaving for the SEC at one point, and this was ushered in. Same with Florida State. Ironically, one of the things they mentioned was it was also kind of an endeavor to get Notre Dame to maybe join. Be like, hey, you could still, still make it. Obviously didn't work, but that was an interesting hypothetical for Notre Dame. You could have made the playoff, kept all your money. So to track for folks, so everyone knows how much money teams make, and keep in mind that usually every other team that makes it splits amongst their conference. They make $4 million for making the playoff. So that's big for James Madison, by the way. Huge.
True. Yeah. Congrats.
$4 million for the quarterfinal. Totally butchered that word. Okay. $6 million for the semifinal, and then another $6 million for reaching the final game. So that gets them to $20 million total that they just keep for making the championship game. And the extra sprinkle on top, Zach, do you know where the championship game is being played?
Yeah, it's in Miami. That's insane.
It is in Miami. And wouldn't you know it, there's a clause in the NCAA championship game I have to think is just for Georgia and Miami, which is, of course, we would still give you your travel money, even if the game is in your town. So therefore, Miami is banking an extra $3 million for their travel to their home stadium.
Good for them.
I
mean, wow.
Miami Hurricanes went from they did not make the ACC championship game.
Right. Yeah. Not conference champion.
No.
Can't hang that banner.
No. Yeah. By the way, that's a big ups for Duke.
True. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Only one ACC champ, and it's them. They get none of this playoff money, though. So Miami has already banked $23 million. The school, I believe, receives another $10 million if they win. I think there's a winning bonus. Well, they've already made 6 for making it, so maybe it's 4. But anyway, the team that wins will get another bonus. Yeah. So they could potentially make that. But hey, $23 million to worst case scenario get fucking steamrolled by the Hoosiers. I mean, great.
I mean, there's so many things going in favor of Miami here. You get to showcase the stadium. You get to showcase everything down there.
It's a home game. A paid-for home game.
Showcase the fans, for all the recruits. You got an extra $3 million just to, that's a travel budget for recruiting now.
Book a coach bus, do a lap.
For the past 10 years, every season, somebody says the U back this year? Is the U finally back? Yeah. With this budget, why would the U's back now? Because I like Cristobal. If he doesn't go anywhere else, go to the NFL or something, I think he's perfect for that school anyway. Offensive line guy. Come on, great coach. But yeah, recruiting is going to be insane. And then Carson Beck, who I hate and I still don't think is very good, showcases you can get paid, go there, and win. I mean, perfect. They are in a perfect situation to build a powerhouse. And they play in the ACC, which obviously is great.
Yeah, and that was revealing to me was I was like, some random fucking ACC love. I do love the inside baseball of sports. So finding out that makes sense. And best I could find, I think Mountain West has, not Mountain West, sorry, Big 12. In my heart, the Mountain West. But Big 12 also has a pretty hefty, you keep more of your profits in the Big 12 than the Big 10 or the SEC, which makes sense because how the hell are you supposed to get anybody to agree to play for you? So that was cool to see if like that makes sense. And then, it all clicking as people were like, they still get fucking travel money to the Hard Rock is crazy.
I hope they blow the budget on the travel to the stadium.
Everyone,
they all fly it in helicopters.
Yeah.
You know?
I like all my money, by the way, wouldn't cost $3 million. In my head, I was like, everyone gets a mobility scooter like you get at Walmart. They all roll in.
That'd be good too. That'd be fine.
Rest the legs.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's crazy.
I know. And like, I will be interested because the other piece that came alongside it was that, and this is from Bill Simmons, but the announced ticket prices that we're seeing some shares on the resale market prior to Miami qualifying for the national championship was around 3,500. Those numbers have jumped to some standing room only tickets are going for about 12 grand. Now that Miami has made, the home team's there.
They're there, and Miami population has money.
Well, and you know who does too? Hoosiers. So it's like if Miami goes great, but the people reselling, Hoosiers just in their championship game down in the South, they sold out 80-20, the crowd. Against Oregon, against Nike money. So I think Indiana is going to travel pretty good. I'll be interested what the percentage is because Indiana has traveled so well so far. You would think that any tickets that had sold previously leaned Indiana.
Right. Yeah. Regardless, Miami fans couldn't have expected to be in the game.
Except the
Indiana
crazies.
fans did. For sure.
Some insane people. Yeah.
And there's some football fans there, which, we're going regardless and blah, blah, blah.
How do you feel about Miami? Like, is Miami the right? I was having a moment of like, we've gotten a good setup for a true Cinderella story. And I don't know how I feel about Miami being our Cinderella.
They're not the Cinderella, especially
it should have been
when
Ole Miss, right? Coachless Ole Miss.
Ole Miss would have worked. And then obviously some of the smaller schools, but Indiana's been billed as the underdog, even when they're fully not, right? They've paid every single player on their roster. They can still say, and it's true, we don't have a single 5-star on our roster, and we are in the national championship. It's like, yes, but the rest are 4 stars, But regardless, they're not a true underdog. They're billed as an underdog. They call themselves just a cast of misfits because it's just all transfer portal players. Again, it's true. This will not work most times. They got it to work one time, and they're the underdogs in most people's eyes, regardless of, Miami not even making their conference championship, I guess.
Yeah, I think the only thing that has made it, I think in the bubble, Miami would be like a true, like maybe a touchdown favorite. Like as the playoffs started, I think they would have been a touchdown favorite. Indiana has been so dominant. I think the actual spread will be close. Oh my God. By the way, is there anything better in the whole world? Opening game pick 6. I've never rooted more for a favorite in my life. It happened, and I'm like, fucking get them, dude. That's fine. Walk them.
It was so loud. That pop is insane. And at that point, what's more fun? Then the other Oregon came down, scored or whatever, and Indiana responded. But if you take that pick 6 and then you pile on and it's like a 50-0, that feels like the most fun God, I just wish that would be Wisconsin. Wouldn't that be fantastic?
It is the most fun football game I've ever watched. It's called Packers Cowboys like 3 years ago.
Yeah, Packers Cowboys a few different times. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the one that was in the cheerleader show. You can't remember which one was just on Netflix, but they got to the playoffs and all the cheerleaders are like, "This is our year," and I'm like, "I watched this playoff game. 'Tis not your year." Yeah, so that was a fun rewatch. But no. So also, by the way, anything better, and you don't get this in the NFL much, but high school and college all the time. Anything better than a scouted pick six? Like they were all over. They're like, yeah, you're throwing the fucking out route, dude. See ya.
Well, it's just like, I'm in your mind. I know exactly what you're gonna do. Like,
and he didn't want to play for the Jets. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Hey man, you got to protect your stock somehow. Who would, dude? How does it feel that we're getting drafty already? Draft talk in full swing.
Hey, right there, Packers. Focus on this right now.
Boom.
Yeah, full mindset for most NFL teams. I'm so excited for the NFL draft. It's time. Let's skip everything else.
Fully adjusted. Yeah.
Yes, I've been ready for it since right before kickoff. And then the game went on. Wisconsin sports is so beautiful, by the way. Wisconsin sports does this every single time.
Yeah.
It's disturbing. It's the most evil thing in the world, but every single time. And I love being with Wisconsin sports fans, hearing them talk, because it happens every time. You go in negative. We're fucked. We have no shot. Whether it's a single game, whether it's a season, whether it's a series, and then they make you believe. And they do not let you down until they finally get you on board. And the Packers were up in the fourth quarter. Bears fans were booing. Caleb Williams is throwing a temper tantrum on the sideline. Nothing could go wrong. And you finally fully believed the Packers were going to win. And it's like, you know what? We don't need Micah. We are going to the Super Bowl. We fucking got this. And the most colossal collapse of all time happens, and no one deserves to be on this roster anymore. Get everyone out.
No.
I hate it. Move the team.
There's obviously, as we record this, I don't know how much we want to get into it because it almost certainly aged like milk, because the Fleur news is probably going to break either extension or otherwise as folks listen to this. But
sure,
obviously that's been a big talking point coming out of this. I think a good example of like what happened, my dad, I told Zach before the show started, I got in a bit of a screaming match with my dad just over the thought that he wasn't even, he's like, I mean, they're not even considering firing LaFleur. I'm like, did you watch the fucking game? They're definitely thinking about it. And I don't know if they should. The game's got me in a fucking choke because I don't know if they should or not. But you know what I told them, and I stick by this. You know, it's a bad fucking sign. When's the last time you remembered that LaFleur was on the Falcons staff the year they lost 28-3? That had left my brain, and I've seen it on the online like 10 times in the last 24 hours because it's like, guess what? He's a fucking bum, I guess, when it comes to comebacks.
When we hired him, he was also one of the worst rated offensive coordinators in the NFL. Bring him in. Hey, we see something in him.
We see something. And got to tell you, he's exceeded expectations, and then I don't know.
Has he?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know it's a pretty easy thing to do? Lead a team to a winning record with Aaron Rodgers. Pretty easy to do.
Yes. And like his last spin, that's what I don't get. That was my argument, is like he's clearly justified to be moved on from with this last span post-Rodgers.
For sure. Yeah.
Like I would understand both ways, but clearly there's an argument to move on.
Of course. Yeah. Yes, for sure it's a discussion. For sure it's talked about. And if anyone's saying it's the way you lose, if they just lost, there still would have been a conversation, honestly. But the way you lose is, I mean, history just repeated itself. It's terrible. Yeah. And then the fact that it's the Bears makes it much, much louder. Do you know the last time a Bears quarterback beat the Packers twice in a season? Just twice. You know who it was?
Is it Smokin' Jay?
No, it was before him.
Oh, my God. Grossman?
It was before him.
McMahon?
Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, no. By the way, I'll just reveal the riddle to this. Jim Harbaugh, they asked all the NFL coaches heading in the playoffs who what current NFL coach has more rushing yards than Bo Jackson? It's Big Jim.
It's Jim. Wow.
Jim's got more rushing yards. He's a scrambler.
I guess I would not have guessed that. I mean, of the coaches, I guess I would have picked it, but
you know why he's a sicko too? They asked him about it and he did not know they were going to ask the question. He goes, yeah, but only 4 more. Like he knows, he knows how many yards he had. He knows how many Bo had.
I don't know the timing, how it matches up, but I assume he knew while it was happening.
True. John told him. Also,
I'm not taking a knee. I'll take 3 knees. I'm not taking 4.
Oh, I thought you meant the interview. Yeah, definitely on the rush. They're like, what's Bo's number?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, live counter in his head for sure.
The whole Packer thing is wild too, because you're totally right where I was like, it's when you least expect it. I was like, we're going to fucking crush them, you bitches.
Wisconsin basketball, it's happened. The Brewers this year. Everything happens. Going into the season, shout out Trevor and Luke, mostly Trevor, saying the Brewers have no shot. They're going to be terrible. And when he said that, remember, I'm like, Brewers making the playoffs. Like, it's the biggest lock of all time, because guess what? They're going to make you believe. And then they do. And then you got to bet them to lose, because what are they going to do? They're going to crush you. It's every Wisconsin sport that matters. Not like, Wisconsin college sports that's not basketball or football. We win those. No one watches those. We win those. Volleyball, we get let down a little bit too. But yeah, Bucks. The Bucks are bad right now, but guess what? I bet they turn it on. I bet they make you believe, hey, maybe we got something, and then they will crush us again as well. Is what it is. Doc Rivers hired. Ooh, that's good. Doc's won a championship. What's going to happen? Doc's going to forget how to coach. Great. Okay. Fantastic. You know what? Guess what, Jake? Giannis has committed. He wants to retire in Milwaukee again. That's something to believe about, right? Giannis is going to bring a free agent in. They're going to trade for somebody, and we're going to feel good about it. And then we're going to want to tear it all down again in June. And I'm excited for that. It's the roller coaster. That's Wisconsin sports. I love it and hate it.
What year was Jordan Love's first year as starter?
Would have been 3 years ago.
Okay. I think this lines up. Oh, that would have been Rodgers last year. Yeah. So, I mean, even just looking at it, in the last, LaFleur has been coached since 2019.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
He takes over peak of the powers 2019, 2020 with Rodgers, a couple MVP years in there. They lose in the conference final. They win the division, and I believe have a bye in 2021, and then they lose their first playoff game in 2021. They miss the next year, Rodgers last year, with that last loss against the Lions. Then they are a wild card team in 2026. The future prediction in 2023. That's when they beat the Cowboys, but then lose the next divisional round. Then last year they lose the wild card game. This year they lose the wild card game. I mean, it's not a good stretch. And Love, I think you have to say that Love is what he is the last 2 years. Like, I don't think you can be like, we're still waiting on Love to become.
No, not anymore. Whether you think he's good or you think he's bad or you think he's right in the middle, this is what he is now.
Yeah. So no more developmental stuff. So it just sticks. And also the thing hanging over it is, listen, we're one tie with the Cowboys away from not being in the playoffs.
Yeah.
We locked it in on a tie. In the game we definitely should have lost. We should have won, then we should have lost it, as are most of our games this year. Just horrendous. And I will say, because I'm probably going to be the only Packer fan to do it, and then we get to other games. I mean, as much as we're talking about coaching carousel, I think I really thought about it in like what Packers might want if they move on, what all these other teams want. It is cool to see a team like, Jesus Christ, it feels like Ben Johnson is coaching his way out of a paper bag every week. Like, just fucking trapped in a corner with it does feel like he gets to play with scrap parts every week, where he's like, how the fuck am I going to do this one? Let's find out at half.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't have a hatred for the Bears. I think it's because of the side of the state we're from. Yeah. We hate the Vikings, and Well, how could we not?
Correct.
Look at them. I like this Bears team. I think they're really fun. Like I'm rooting for them actively. But like the thing,
Caleb Williams was fun to watch. You got to say it in that second half. It was great.
I hate him as a person, I think.
That's
it is. I hate him. I really hate him. But I think he's a fun quarterback to watch. I think he's pretty close to just exactly what Jordan Love is, except for with a little bit of moxie, never.
Yeah. You should watch Heated Rivalry, dude.
Okay. Sounds like
we talked about before the show. Maybe when you over.
You know what? I mean, for what you said, it sounds like you would love that show. But
maybe don't we all
watching Packers versus Bears in every facet, coaches, players, it's like, oh, the Bears want to win. The Bears are competitive people.
Yes.
Packers don't feel competitive. Just like by nature, the players we have assembled, the coaches we have, they don't feel competitive. They feel comfortable, to be completely honest. Whereas Caleb, who I'm going to make fun of him for throwing a fucking pissy fit on the sideline. You know, he was pouting in the first half. Then he came out and was fiery. Ben Johnson hates everybody, which I love.
Everyone.
And saying fuck the Packers in the locker room afterwards. Awesome. Like, that's how it should be. And the rest of these teams.
And that's how we were feeling when we were stomping.
Yeah.
So I get
no one should be upset by that. If you're upset by that, you're just negative that we lost, and that's fine. But it's the best rivalry in the NFL at the current moment, and because of this. Yeah. But the Packers need to move on because there's no competitiveness. There's no juice. That's it. It starts from the top down. It's the leaders on the team. And even still, when we traded for Micah Parsons, I said this on Lombardi Sweep. Like, I think Micah Parsons is the top 5 player in the NFL. He's not a leader, and he is not someone who brings juice. Jordan Love is for sure not that. Matt LaFleur isn't that. Brian Gutekunst isn't that. And then there's nobody above that because we don't have an owner. So what do we who's the person you look to? There's nothing.
Do you feel confident? I'm going to throw it. I can't believe I'm defending this take. Okay. Do you feel confident enough in the personnel they have that if they, but that's the question. Because I think some Packer fans are talking like we're a coach away. I don't know if we're that either. Because, so that's the whole deal. Because a name that is going to be talked about a lot is I think they can get Kingsbury.
I swear to God, if we go from LaFleur to Cliff, I'm ending Lombardi Sweep.
That's the most anti-you pick.
I will lose my mind. I'll storm Lambeau. It'll be January 7th or whatever, but for fucking Green Bay. Whatever date it is, I'm storming.
I did, just so that maybe we flip the other side of it, I pitched to my dad, which he's like, oh my God, at least Zach would be happy, which, that's nice that he was thinking about your happiness. I pitched the ultimate blunt rotation to my dad is like who we should bring in instead, which of course you validate Brian Flores. You pull him up from obscurity. To bring him from the Vikings, he will want to kill everyone in the division every year.
It would be incredible.
I don't know if he'll want to coach us, but that, oh my God, he'd be so lit up against every other team.
Everybody.
Hate everyone? That'd be great. My dad goes, and you made the same point, but they need offensive scheming. What about that? Zach, I'm telling you, at least we'll have Hard Knocks. We bring in Brian Dable. He's our offensive coordinator. We bring in Dable and Flores as head coach. Fuck it. Make Wink Martindale D coordinator. I don't know. Find somebody.
I was pitching this, every offseason since.
Bring Halfley back. I don't
bring in Rex
shit,
Ryan.
Do what you want. Bring in Rex and
Rex and Rob in Green Bay bars. Could you imagine?
I don't. That's insane. If that, he helps on the defense. Or I was even thinking Jim Leonard, but Rex is obviously way more fun.
Jim, but, he played under Rex. He'll be a positional coach. Why not,
dude? Rex head coach is crazy.
That's what it has to be. Rex head coach, Wink DC, and then offense.
Jim Leonard.
Sure, doesn't matter. I don't care. We'll put Flores as an offensive coordinator. Dable would be great.
Dable would be great on a Rex Ryan team.
He would. And I'm just trying to think of like former players. We don't need Sanchez. I'll pass on him.
Jeff Saturday
would be great.
Redemption.
I wouldn't mind Josh McCown. Why not? Throw him in there. He's done a great job with JJ McCarthy. Fuck it.
I pitched to my dad. I'm making fun of myself. Okay, everyone, I've already realized was my mistake. I was like, for offensive coordinator, I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind Kellen Moore. Dad goes, he is the head coach of the New Orleans Saints.
Upgrade.
Like, well, you don't think
you
want to be your offensive coordinator? Yeah. Okay. Well, each their own. AJ Brown might be looking for work.
He certainly seems that way, doesn't it? He is not happy.
Yeah, we're going there next. That's the headline, by the way. That's insane.
AJ Brown in particular, or
the AJ Brown of it all.
It seems, on one hand, it's like that's a wide receiver doing wide receiver things, and I hate wide receivers before that. But boy, he is not happy there. He's not okay with it.
No, and like, I know this shouldn't have been my main focus, but it just happened during the game. Have we ever had he's in a lot of commercials?
Yeah, he is. It feels weird because he's a star receiver, but he's not like a star NFL player, in my opinion.
And I think it drives him crazy. I'm going to put a spin on this. No one did at the time. I don't think it was a good look when he was reading on the sidelines. I know no one said that now, and it might be a hindsight 2020
people
thing.
Were like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, he's not into the game at all.
Who never had to read on the side? Name another big NFL talent that was like, boy, was I a basket case until I started reading my book.
It was Bible verses, to be fair. But
I mean, I love the Lord too. Take a look at our boy in Indiana. Yeah, the Lord playing defensive line.
Mendoza absolutely did. He loves nothing more than to cut a promo on God. It's fantastic.
If you haven't seen that clip, by the way, look it up after lines. Quote for quote. I want to thank God. Our defensive line out there today was really getting after it, and God is really good. And it's like, did he play? Did he play down?
A couple thoughts.
What do we do?
But
it was either 3 technique. I missed that.
Might as well have been. Yeah, that's.
Where would you line up God? You get one spot.
Wow, that's a fantastic.
Some would say quarterback.
No.
We know no.
Because we can get a game man. We can get like Joseph at quarterback. It's just someone to, just play point guard out there essentially.
Zach, this is our derail, by the way. We're going all the way around biblical figures.
I mean, to be completely honest, this is my thought process. So you're talking,
Luke. You picked a great time to get in here, by the way.
True. We talked about him. Mendoza talked about him on the D line. I took him one step back at middle linebacker, but I'm going to be completely honest. One more step back. I want God playing safety, roaming the field.
He's everywhere. By the way, isn't it crazy? You imagine God at safety. He just plays exactly like
I was thinking Troy Polamalu. I've seen God play football before. It's happened.
Luke thinks God is built like Tony Siragusa.
I can only imagine many offensive linemen had a chat with God going up against that man.
The goose. If anything, Vince, we're not even a Vince Wilfork. We go straight to the goose. I like it. I think otherwise, God might be a pulling guard.
Could you imagine getting fucking earholed by God?
God at the second level?
Oh my God. Literally. I mean, it would be, to be honest, if there's a current player who plays like God, it might be Penei Sewell. The dude's fucking everywhere. He's the greatest athlete I've ever seen in my life.
That's true. Or tight end. And it was just Gronk the whole time.
Could have been. It might have been Gronk. Gronk was everywhere. I was watching a throwback Patriots game the other day. He was ridiculous. It wasn't fair.
Unbelievable. Game wrecking. It's unbelievable.
It feels like watching it. I think it was a game from maybe like 2010. It really wasn't that long ago. It felt like a game from the 80s, and there's one player who's very much better than everybody else. And it's like, okay. Or it's like a high school game, and the one player from Regis is committed to Wisconsin. It's like, oh, the kid who's a half a foot taller than everybody is going D1. That's crazy. That's what Gronk feels like every time he stepped on the field.
It's also, people don't understand, Gronk is out there teaching people how to play defense against tight ends. He's you see in real time, safeties not understand what they're supposed to do.
In watching it, made me remember how upset I was when everyone was talking about Tom Brady's the greatest of all time. I'm like, he's throwing to Gronk and he's throwing screens to James White. He's not doing anything.
Well, it's honestly prime Gronk and prime Devin Hester share a thing in my mind where I'm like, shut up and let him play, you know?
The NFL needs a Devin Hester like player again. That would be the most exciting type of player to bring back.
Luke is so right. I could see God working back on a crackback block. I mean, absolutely. God's getting downfield. God's working for it. I also think God could run like Mike Allstott. God plays fullback.
That's true. I mean, the most God-fearing people, that's what there's a lot of Allstott-fearing people too. So I think that's completely fair.
Fuck you, Luke. Luke said, to be honest, God is starting under center for the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight.
The Steelers lose, I do think Rodgers takes his helmet off, looks up into the heavens, and just fucking transcends. We never see him again. He will just float up.
Yeah,
it'll be one of the most weird things of all time.
Do you think if I was him, I'd play this game just like melted on ayahuasca? You only get to do it once.
I've seen him do it. It was that Bears game, halftime. He came at the end of the game, he had a Southern accent. It was the greatest performance I've ever seen.
Yeah, he does that moment from time to time. He has the greatest moment in NFL history, which is flipping off a sea of Bears fans. Is the best moment of all time.
Just screaming "fuck you" at him. Yeah, the picture is incredible. Packer quarterbacks have a tendency for that. There's so many good Favre pictures that are like similar to that, or like that snow picture. The Rodgers one is the Bears thing. There's great.
They even got a good one of Love.
I don't know how he must have posed for the camera, but yeah, it's incredible stuff. It's incredible.
I mean, it's good. I also think there's an argument God was Julius Peppers.
Prime Peppers is very good.
Yeah. Or honestly, you're right. If it is a middle linebacker, it's Luke Kuechly.
Luke.
And he had to retire. He was too pure, like God.
True. You know? Yeah, he fell on the sword for sure. Kuechly or like a Patrick Willis or something like that.
Yeah, I think Kuechly's like psychic like powers of knowing what play is about to happen. I think that's my favorite theory. Kuechly quit football because he was bored. He just always knew what the other team was going to do.
It does seem that way. And now he's like doing broadcasts and he's like breaking down everything. He is a super genius.
They put him on a staff cast. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
He's scary. He's very scary. He should be smart and
I love him. He could coach. You know who I was thinking about the other day? If this is the most you move of all time, we call Andrew Luck off the mountain.
For anything, honestly. Just add him to the team.
Call him in head coach.
Head coach would be very
like a Civil War general.
He's general manager or whatever at Stanford right now. Put him at general manager.
He can do it.
Yeah. I love Andrew Luck. So just speak my language.
He's on the list.
We need
He's on the
we need list. Andrew Luck running a football team in the NFL. If we got fucking Matt Ryan now president of operations or something with the Falcons or personnel, I'm not sure. But for whatever reason, the Falcons think Matt Ryan is capable of doing anything because he won one MVP he did not deserve. I don't understand it, but we need more Andrew Lucks. Peyton Manning should get it together and just do something in football instead of running a broadcast company.
I think there's a real chance he answers Tom Brady's call, talks about it.
Peyton? For which role?
In Vegas. Head coach.
I don't think he'd be a head coach.
That's the most Stu Gotts thing I've ever said. All confident.
That's very Stu Gotts.
No backup. Head coach.
He should be a GM, though.
I think it could be. I mean, that would be
good. Let Eli head coach. Peyton can GM.
Tom Coughlin. What's he up to?
Nothing. I can only imagine nothing.
The reverse Kurt Signetti. Never heard one good thing about him.
No one likes Coughlin. Not a single soul.
Matt Strahan is brutal. Michael Strahan has never said one nice thing about him, and that's brutal.
True. Yeah, he goes out of his way. And he talks into the microphone a lot, too. So, yeah. That's a great point.
He does. I mean, we kind of started talking about the Eagles game. The Sirianni-Brown interaction is also the part that, like, Sirianni afterwards has a moment. If you like read the quote, I feel like Sirianni in real time realizes he may have a problem because he like starts the quote and he's like, "We're on good terms." I mean, I think he knows how I feel about him. Like
he's realized like,
you
know what? I've been talking a lot, but maybe I haven't listened enough. You know?
Yeah, and he's like, "Wait, he's not here?" He's like, "Okay, things are bad. Things are
I'm
really
watching
bad."
too much Scrubs because that does feel like a scene like JD at the end or something where it's like, oh no, now I finally realized it's all coming together. That is true.
Yeah, and a dope ass song plays you've never heard before.
Of course, yeah. Dashboard Confessional is going crazy right now.
The Fray.
Yeah. Yeah.
But San Francisco scores 13 in the fourth quarter. I mean, this game doesn't look as sexy as the other ones, along with the New England game. But I mean, this one, unlike the New England game, truly dramatic, like the whole way down. I don't think it's going to get like enough praises for maybe because of the Buffalo game, like and the Chicago game. Obviously, we just already talked about it. Like this being maybe the third best comeback in the weekend downplays what was a great game.
Obviously, one game left, but 12 lead changes in the fourth quarter. That's the most all time in Wild Card weekend. Just it was absolutely crazy. It was great finishes all around. But yeah, I mean, Eagles had every opportunity to win. I understand Jalen Hurts didn't play good. I understand he's not a good thrower. I don't know what he could have done in the fourth quarter that was any better. Like it was just in people's hands. They just dropped him. AJ Brown can throw a temper tantrum all he wants. Make the catch. Make the catch. Should you have caught a pass in the second or third quarter? Sure. But you got it in the fourth quarter. If you're a star, if you want all these treadmill commercials, AJ, you got to make a catch. Okay.
By the way, if the Eagles are doing it right, I'd be like, we'll trade you whenever you want. You say the word. You have a one-team trade, and it has to be Tennessee. You could leave whatever you want. The door's right there, but we're sending you back.
Have fun. Go for it, buddy. Absolutely. I'm nervous he goes to like fucking reunite with Vrabel in New England or something.
I think he might go to the team that just beat him yesterday. Feels like Shanahan gets his hand on him, and suddenly he's like one of the best in the league again.
I feel like Shanahan's done with wide receivers that have personalities, though.
I think Shanahan might be done with wide receivers.
Maybe. Brandon Ayuk, I hope he comes back for the Super Bowl or something, and then Shanahan just benches him. Fuck that. Like Shanahan is coaching his ass off right now. He deserves all the praise in the world.
The coaching has been unbelievable. And amidst all that was Matt LaFleur this weekend, which is not his fault.
That's my takeaway, I think, for the weekend. Like, you can tell which teams are coached well and which teams just aren't.
Yeah, and like, I think that has always been the thing is I think Sirianni has had some wild heat on him. But it's like, hey, man, if I think this is probably the best example. If Campbell gets shit for being too nice and too risky, you get shit for being a hothead.
Yeah.
It's the price you pay. It's not your decision-making. It's the fact that you are well and true a great fit for the Philadelphia Eagles, and you can't keep a lid on it some of the time.
And when they're winning, people love it. And when they're losing, it's terrible.
But all I'm saying is that will be the reason he eventually gets fired.
Sure.
Like, because there isn't another reason to. But,
even so, they should have won that game. And if Lane Johnson played like he told me he would, he said he's playing. And that's why I bet the Eagles to win. I bet the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. I did all of that. And then Lane Johnson's just inactive. If he plays that game, they win. I mean, every fucking day of the week. It would have been a blowout.
Yeah.
They would have easily won. Also, maybe just hand it to Saquon a couple more times. Maybe you win that way too.
Yeah. I think, and we can maybe get into predictions more fully when we go through all the games too, if we did go that route. But I do think I'm sticking with my thought last week, which is like, I just do kind of think I'm in on the Niners. I just think they can do it. It hurts them. I feel like they're going to beat the Seahawks still
that way.
And
they shouldn't.
And then you're in the championship game against Either
Bears.
They will be favored against the Bears. This is not the week for me to shit talk the Bears because they're finding ways to do
They
it.
were terrible.
They
were terrible in the game. Bears were not good.
If they survive next week too, I'm not going to feel more confident about them. So yeah, I feel like San Francisco. I think San Francisco has the best route of the NFC to the Super Bowl.
No,
or the Rams
have to. Has to be the Rams.
I don't know if we're ready to jump to this game. My favorite game of the weekend. Carolina fucking had them, dude.
Did.
Carolina had them. Maybe that's why I'm not in on the Rams because I'm seething.
Jake, you have
Bryce
everybody
Young.
Though should look at this game and be like, you know what? Beating a team like the Panthers legitimizes you because that was the trap game. It was. You got your other two divisional opponents in the playoffs. You know the road has to go through both of them, and you have to play the fucking Panthers on the road in the first. It's so insulting. Like we're so good all year long. We got all these divisional ones. Matthew Stafford's clone came back from injury and has been playing terrific. We get Devontae Adams back, and you're saying we have to travel to Carolina for a playoff game? Us? Are you kidding me? Just insane. And then Puka goes bananas in the first quarter. Like, okay, we're just going to coast. Okay, now let's just rest everybody and get out of here. And then the Panthers just, ground and pound, smash mouth football. Other than Rico Dowdle. Let's not give it to Rico Dowdle for some reason. But I don't know.
Also, the announcer said that everyone knows that Rico Dowdle really fell off a cliff this season. When did that happen?
Well, it happened when all these incentives started popping up. Like, hey, we're going to have to pay him a lot of money if we keep giving him the football because of all these incentives we're going to hit. And they just started pulling him. It was scummy. He's not coming back now.
No, he's not going to get another starting job because the narrative is that he couldn't play the full
year.
He
won't get a true bell cow starting job, but someone will sign him.
But he'll be by committee somewhere. Yeah.
He'll go somewhere.
Oh my God. Rico Dowdle to the Packers.
Give it to me.
Get it in, dude. Rowdy.
Play quarterback. Do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Play DN.
I'll take a trap game, but man, first off, this is a real thing. This is a real take. This isn't just totally biased. I have Panther fever. Step back.
Serious.
Yeah, it's big, especially in Panther Town. Panther City, that's what it is. Panther Town is a gas station in Cedar Falls, home of the UNI Panthers.
I'm sure it is.
You should go sometime. Everything's painted purple, even their merchandise. Last time I went, they spray painted Diet Pepsi bottles
That's
purple.
Disgusting.
It's great. Panther Town. Going in a month. Anyway, it warmed my heart to see the Panthers sold out stadium.
Yep.
It was cool as hell.
It
was also the best part of the Chicago game. All of these teams hosting Jacksonville, same deal where it's seeing you in the playoffs is fucking rad.
Yeah. I still hate the Jaguars, but good for them. You know what I mean? They deserve it. They've tried. I'm fine with rewarding teams who are trying to win games or trying to do something to shake it up. Because Jaguars clearly they fired Doug Peterson for this. That's a risk. That's a big Doug Pearson to the Packers, by the way. But that's a big risk to do that. Totally forgot about Doug. Let's get Doug. I'm down for
Urban.
What?
Urban Meyer. He's available.
He is available. I'm going to be completely honest. I'd rather have Urban than Cliff Kingsbury.
By the way, feels like the same hang.
Yeah, it does. We need. I say this every time we talk about Cliff Kingsbury. We need to look into what he did in Thailand for the 2 months that he went after getting fired from Cardinals. We just brush it off. He's eating fucking pho over there. No, he was not. We need to look into what he did and probably charge him.
Fully think it was. Fully think it was the plot of White Lotus season 3.
I don't know it, but I can only assume it involved a lot of underage.
They were in Thailand. They were doing a lot of crazy shit. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. All I know, hey, good for the Panthers. For a moment, thank you. Good for the Panthers. I watched the game and I went, Zach's going to make so much fun of me. I'm going to buy a Bryce Young jersey. I was like, he's come alive.
You know what? That's the one thing that no one's talking about from this weekend. He didn't play perfect, but I think he's proven he's a starting quarterback, right?
I think people don't pay enough attention to the fact that, like, it says something that when they benched him and restarted him a year ago, it impacted him.
That could have gone two very different ways. He is
clearly a football psycho. Yeah. And maybe it's just, listen, the Panthers were competitive for the first time ever, and say what you will. Some of the throws he was making, especially to Teteroa and McMillan, were like, fuck you throws.
Yeah.
They were, I'm not going to be the reason we lose this game. It was a great game. The Rams are scary. They're a really scary draw.
Focused.
I'm still rooting in the NFC before we jump to the AFC. Just to be clear, as much as I hate that I don't believe in them fully, get them, Seattle. I mean, you're the number one seed.
Yeah.
Let's do it, Sam.
I'm rooting for Seattle.
Put the ghost to bed.
I know. But doesn't it feel like they'll pop back up soon? Pretty quickly, probably Sunday.
I think you called it. I think it might be Patriots Super Bowl.
Yeah, and then he just fully collapses.
Bill keeps sneaking around the sideline, like we said last week.
I saw him. He just, the shadow's just a little creeping. Luke unreasonably hates Bryce Young. Does that make Luke an enemy of you, since you're a new favorite player? You should get a Bryce Young jersey. That's a funny bit for some reason. No one has a Bryce Young jersey. Not even Panthers.
I kind of like it. Why is that funnier than getting a
What
Rico
number
Dowdle
do you think
jersey?
Bryce Young is?
7.
I have no idea. I have no fucking clue.
I watched it this weekend. I was really thinking about getting the jersey. I think it's 7.
In my mind, it's 19. And
or is it 0? I don't know.
I'm looking right now.
9. Fuck.
You said 7. It's 9. Okay, that's why I thought 19, I guess. Yeah, he is the most. That's not even fair. I was going to say he's the most boring quarterback in the NFL. I don't know if that's fair. I just don't think we talk about him whatsoever. We don't want to watch him. There's nothing about him that interests me.
I'm sending you a t-shirt on Facebook right now in case you want to show it. There's a t-shirt that is Bryce Young, Ted McMillan, and Rico Dowdle as the Step Brothers photo.
The Step Brothers. Are you getting it or what?
I got it sent to you right now.
I know. I'm saying, are you getting that?
I think I might. Look at this shirt.
Okay. Let me.
It's visual.
It is a visual bed. I'll get it up on the. Okay.
And by the way, Luke, since you're listening, I just think it's like to say I unreasonably hate someone. I don't know how to push back because it's like, well, if you know it's unreasonable, I mean, that's fine.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, if it's unreasonable and you acknowledge it, I think good for you.
It's me and JJ McCarthy, who everyone's coming around on.
Big 9 fan over here. Why is it not? Let me bring this up.
By the way, we didn't talk about enough when he randomly shoved a ref.
I mean, he was going crazy. What do you want him to do?
Look at that.
It's a good shirt. Not a bad shirt.
Not a bad shirt. That shirt would have gone crazy with a cigar in the locker room had they held on against the Rams.
Oh, for sure. For sure. What could have been Panthers making the Super Bowl would have been very obvious, very easy to do.
I know. So now we get 49ers, Seahawks, Bears, Rams on the NFC side.
Bears, Rams scares the fucking shit out of me.
I got to tell you, let them have it, Chicago. I don't know why. Now I'm like, I mean, go. I don't want them in the Super Bowl at all, but beating the Rams is a little funny.
Because and this is the lock of the week, if you're making a bet this week, Stafford's throwing a pick to this Bears team.
Correct.
And when is it going to be? And how bad of a pick is it going to be?
Yeah.
Because that's terrifying.
And, San Francisco just had to claw like crazy. Does that mean they come in a little sharper against Seattle? By the way, again, just to say, I'm rooting I hope Seattle comes out and fucking whoops. That'd be great. They've been a wagon.
They're good. They should.
AFC side, to jump there, I mean, Buffalo hangs on. Just unbelievable.
Buffalo was I did a bet for the AFC. I bet Buffalo to make the Super Bowl. Again, I think they're going to make and lose.
That was their trap game, right? This week?
Can
you have a trap game on the road?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. They should have lost that game. So I don't know. I'm not sure, but they're not a good football team. Watching that game, like, they are no good. This is not a good football team. Josh Allen's not playing very good.
And they're guaranteed, I think, against Denver.
Probably right, yeah. And what Denver shows up. Denver's offense can show up and be non-existent.
Denver in Denver, though. I mean,
Denver should win. I will pick Denver to win. They should just run the ball easily and win, and their defense should destroy Josh Allen, who's already hurt. Yeah. But it wouldn't even be a little bit surprising to see Denver lose this game.
No. And then Pats, who were the only, you looked great team, I think, whistle to whistle.
And I was looking up headlines and stories that people have written about or whatever this week or today, reacting to the weekend. Yeah. One that I read, the only one that I found was kind of funny and interesting, is someone said the Patriots still have not beat a good team this year. What do you want them to do? Sorry, I don't know. They just beat the Chargers.
Great take, though. Whoever went home, cooked that take, feels great about it. Went in sad. It was that's a perfect Stu Gott's take of how perfectly unsustainable.
And it's going to be the same thing next week. If they beat the Steelers or the Texans, they're just going to be okay, they're not a good team.
I also, what I like about it is I think it's such a funny take because if you beat a team, you know what I'm saying? It's well, they can't be that good. We beat them, so.
Right. How fitting would it be, though? The Bills feel like they just got the monkey off their back. No Patrick Mahomes in the playoff.
I heard someone say Sean McDermott must be fired if they don't win the Super Bowl because the Chiefs aren't in it.
Right. Finally, the boogeyman's gone. And then, oh my God, the boogeyman's in the division now. Oh, no.
And by the way, the boogeyman is the fucking Patriots.
Again? Oh, no, our window's closed. Are you kidding me? We wasted it. If the Patriots go and win a Super Bowl, if I'm the Bills, I'm tearing it all down. Yeah. Why wouldn't I? You're fucked.
So to get a little predicting, the only thing about the Denver Bills game, which stinks a little for me, is narratively, it feels like the Bills should beat Denver to at least make the championship game. Because it feels like the Bills should lose to, honestly, the Patriots, like you mentioned. Or, I really want to see Patriots Steelers. I want the Steelers to win tonight so bad so we can see Drake May Rodgers.
Right. Yeah, that would be good. That'd be a fun one. That would be really good. There's also, if we
get to the AFC Championship game and it's Bills Steelers, it's insane.
It's disgusting.
It's really gross. The year is 2012.
Bills, Steelers, and then we get fucking Seahawks, Bears. Something dumb. That'd be terrible.
That would be really bad. I still think there is a fun. Listen, there's a world where we get neither team has ever won a Super Bowl. Seahawks, Bills. Nope,
Seahawks won the Super Bowl.
Never mind. Yeah. I did this yesterday too. Forgot about Russell Wilson.
NFC, everyone's won.
Everyone's won one. Correct. So never mind. Not a possibility. And the Bills feel like they shouldn't win a Super Bowl. What would they talk about?
It's not right if they win. Then they're not the Bills. They always have to have that, the trophy that's just out of reach.
I thought of that earlier when you mentioned the Bucs. The Bucs haven't been the Bucs since they won the finals.
No, it's not interesting anymore.
Not my Bucs. Not Andrew Bogut going for 22 a night.
That is my version of the Bucs too. Andrew Bogut, Brandon Jennings, Michael Redd, Brandon Knight. Yeah. Bring him back.
Allen,
why not?
Hating us.
I hate Ray Allen. He can go fuck himself.
What do you mean Russell Wilson did not win a Super Bowl, Luke? That's incorrect. Right?
I mean, he played the Patriots. No, he won a Super Bowl.
They killed the Broncos.
Yeah, he just fucking decimated the Broncos. Worst Super Bowl of all time.
Yeah, the worst Super Bowl of all time. Really, really bad.
Yeah, it was, as a Bronco fan, worst day of my life. It was so.
Luke, fuck off. So funny.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, I would have taken.
I get it, but it's such a Luke waterfalling me in the comments. It's pretty funny.
Got you. Hey, he brought you to the deep end, pulled you under. What are you gonna do?
By the way, that's where Luke thrives.
Absolutely. You kidding me?
Luke jumps into every pool, swims the deep end, and goes, "You want to go?"
For sure.
Luke asked strangers for a chicken fight. That feels right.
Chicken fights. Is there a bad chicken fight story? It's always the funniest.
No, they're always good. They're always really good.
Which of the remaining teams, if you have to do coach and quarterback chicken fights, you got to say who's on top, who's on bottom. But that's how we're going to determine a winner. I think that's how we end the show.
All right, great. I think there's immediately a favorite in my mind.
Okay. So let's go through them.
All right.
So in the AFC, if we're assuming, let's just assume both. We're going to talk about both teams. So we got D'Amico and we got CJ Stroud, which that's a good one.
How tall is D'Amico?
Probably like 6'3", 6'4". He's a big dude.
That's definitely a contender. Okay.
Yeah. Then Tomlin Rogers might be one of the worst.
I think he
6'1".
Tomlin Rogers might have to be on bottom.
How tall is Mike Tomlin in your mind? To me, he's like 5'7", 5'8". That's not correct, but he seems very small.
5'8" is what he's 5'11", though some sources from his playing days might show slightly different figures.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Shoes for sure.
I think we find out Mike Tomlin's 5'8" when he gets in the pool. Luke has landed on what I believe is my lock answer, which is Drake May on top of Vrabel. D'Amico and Vrabel don't care that anyone's on their shoulders.
I don't think Drake May is made for chicken fights. And I think if Vrabel's not on top, which is a funnier picture. Like I think he gets upset.
You've cracked this
Vrabel,
wide open.
You know what? Okay. This makes a huge difference. Is it a best of 3 or is it a best of 1?
Oh, it's a best of 1. We don't got the pool.
Really, it's 1 and done. I mean, like head-to-head rounds. Teams are fighting. Do you have a best of 3 or is it you knock them off once they're out?
Such a silly thing to
it's not because the best coaches adjust, but if it's 1 and done.
All right, we can do best of 3 tournament style. I'm fine with that. Okay.
Guaranteed Patriots are down 0-1 right away because Vrabel's on bottom. He's going to demand to be on top. I'm not saying it's better, but that's what's going to happen.
They try one on top, lose, adjust.
I don't think so. Vrabel on
Sean
top.
Payton has to be on top of Bo Nix. I don't want to skip over that funny visual.
And he wouldn't even be concerned with the other team. He would just
Sean Payton might win because no one wants to touch him in a pool.
No,
Sean Payton's not 5'11".
Who's worse, Sean Payton and Bo Nix or Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson?
Oh, God.
That's like the worst matchup of all time.
Here's the only thing. You said, Vrabel's not. I think Ben Johnson is built for chicken fights.
Sure, Caleb is not.
No, but Ben Johnson might whip Caleb around like a pool noodle. He might.
He would get so.
Sean Gruden on top of Derek Carr is a funny visual. Thank you, Luke.
That would be a good one. That'd be a fantastic one.
Tomlin on top of Big Ben. That's the only thing Tomlin's thinking of with Rodgers is what could have been.
It's true. Tomlin, I feel like, is afraid of heights. I feel like Big Ben's a little too big.
I'm just imagining shirtless Sean Payton on top of Bo Nix's shoulders, or Sean Payton on bottom. Maybe he has to be on bottom because what is the one physical feature we know about Sean Payton? Confirmed to be true by multiple sources.
I don't know.
He's got a huge dick. It's the only thing from those coach photos. Do you remember that? They did all the coach photos. He went viral because of his bulge. The Kelsey's talked about it. Oh, okay.
Really?
But yeah, it's a thing that happened. Like he has a big bulge. So I don't know if he could be up on Nick's shoulders. Might be, distracting up there.
I mean, it might be. Okay. Okay, so
sorry.
Either way, I think they're out. I don't think that's a winning combo.
Who wins the AFC? Is it Vrabel and
Vrabel and May?
Vrabel
so
and
the
May,
other one would be McDermott and Josh Allen, which is strong. I don't think that's a bad one.
Or Miko and
CJ Stroud. That's a very good one. I think that's a very, very good one.
I think it might be Miko and CJ.
It might be.
Or
Drake May and Vrabel.
He's good.
McDermott, I don't know. I don't know about him.
I think he poked someone in the eye.
Dirty fighter.
Dirty. Yeah. That's how he gets CJ Stroud out.
He's it's like, oh, you're accusing me of cheating? I got cancer. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Like, that's what he's
Josh Allen immediately goes under the water. He doesn't care about his own life.
True. That's a good point. No. McDermott, Josh Allen are out. What was that?
On the NFC side.
Okay, so I do think Vrabel and May will win AFC. I think that's fair. NFC, so we got Stafford and McVay, not very good, I don't think, right?
No.
Shanahan, Brock Purdy is terrible.
It's really bad.
That's very bad. That's so bad.
The NFC's bad at a chicken fight of the teams.
They are. However, McDonald is very good. Mike McDonald. Yeah, he's got Sam Darnold.
He does have Sam Darnold, who might be great in a chicken fight.
That's like his secret skill. Like it's the one thing he's been training for.
He's been in a lot of pools.
And I'm trying to see if I can get
Brock to make it holding McVay is really bad.
McVay is for sure on top, but maybe I'm not right. Maybe they would be okay. I think McVay would be a try hard. I think that's good for him.
Really mean. Yeah.
In the NFC, effort will get you a long ways because Shanahan's not going to try. He's drunk and he's not happy to be there. So I think 49ers are out. Ben Johnson and Caleb. Again, Ben Johnson's great. I don't think Caleb's anything.
I agree. I don't think they're the worst one there. I think the worst one there is Purdy and Shanahan. But
right.
But I agree. Randy, I did have a good weekend, but I don't know why it's making me nervous that you said. Randy says, I heard Jake had a lot of fun this past weekend. I had a great weekend. I don't know where you heard that. So it makes me a little nervous, but a great time.
Everyone's talking about it. Carmelo and George Karl.
It's good.
George Karl in any situation makes me.
Luke mentioned a nightmare one earlier because James Harden is about to be the 9th highest scorer all time. Harden on D'Antoni. All time bad. All time terrible.
That would not be good at all. D'Antoni. Where is he? Is he still alive? Good for him.
I don't know. If we broaden the whole NFL, you want to say that Jared Goff on top of Dan Campbell's the best one, right?
Dan Campbell would for sure be the best. Jared Goff's another one. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's got.
Put Amon-Ra St. Brown on his shoulders, they'd kill someone.
Maybe, probably, because Amon-Ra would be too try hard. He would go way too hard for it. As much as I hate him as a person, he'd be good at chicken fights.
Andy Reid would be terrible, but he'd have a great time.
Andy Reid's a good bottom, though.
But I don't know. That would be funny. I'm trying to think of an all-time combo that would have been really good.
You know who isn't terrible is Todd Bowles, Baker Mayfield. Not terrible.
No, that's not bad. Todd Bowles would really give him. And Baker would be good. No, that's good.
Baker would be good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of big lineman coaches.
Right. There aren't that many
Jeff Saturday, Phillip Rivers.
I mean, that'd be fantastic. Yeah. Get that going again.
Yeah.
What about Aaron Glenn, Justin Fields?
Not bad. I certainly don't think bad at all. I don't think great.
And being before they broke him up, Dayball and Jackson Dart would be fantastic.
Oh, what could have been? Or Dayball. This was secretly what the Giants were good at. Dayball and Jones would have also been good.
Dayball and Jameis. You set them up with any of them.
Dayball's sick every time Russell wants a chicken fight.
Yeah, sorry. I just got out. I just ate. Can't go in the water. 30 minutes.
Schottenheimer and Dak are good.
Shoddy is interesting. Shoddy's still wearing a visor in the pool. Guaranteed.
Yeah. Mark Sanchez, Rex Ryan from Luke is very good.
Pete Carroll, Gino.
Bad.
Maybe they win. Pete's on top though, for sure.
Oh, we've got a sleeper. Obviously, Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, they would give the entire playoff field a run for their money. That would have been a very good one.
Yeah. Oh, Liam Cohen. Nightmare in a pool.
He's a nightmare wherever he goes. Yes.
Did you get a pep talk from the one reporter?
Sure did. You got it. Keep your chin up. Hey, you got this. You're good.
I think he paid her.
Probably. Hey, you just lost in dramatic fashion to a team that you're much worse or much better than, but you know what? We're happy. Go for it. You're good.
I had this thought, which is like, because I've been this guy before, because my whole life, and you know this, I'm like the type of like plucky, sappy person where it's like, if something goes really bad, I could see someone coming up to me and be like, hey, everyone, doesn't he deserve some credit for being here? Like for trying. Like, isn't it a little insulting that like he lost a professional game where he's
guys, come on. Let's give it up for Liam Cohen. He just lost to a team he shouldn't have lost to. You know what? Guys, come on. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Come on. Give him a hip, hip, hooray. He deserves it. Everyone's
feels
through
like
the wave.
Let the manager shoot in the blowout senior night,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's the blind kid. We're like getting the rebound for him. Like, you know what? It's a make-a-way.
It was crazy. Like, I kind of felt like she didn't mean to. Now picking on her, and it was a very nice speech, but didn't come across a little bit like, hey, everyone, be nice. And if I was him, I'd be like, was someone not being nice? Like,
To be fair, it was the worst cut of all time because I think before this, a reporter grilled him.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think both people were in the wrong. Both people suck. But yeah, I think it was very negative. And then that's why she's like, you know what? Give me the mic. Hey, you know what? You're good. Don't worry about it. But in my opinion, first off, it's the NFL. It's the most competitive league in the world. You need to grow up and suck up your tears. But two, this entire season, he's played bring on the fights. Everyone wants to fight us. I'm the tough guy. He wanted to go fight Salah in a little fake fight. You don't get to choose now to be a little baby.
And that's the only thing is like, I don't think he's been tough guy all season. I don't know if it's good for his image that someone was like, hey, the poor guy's doing his best. The little man.
He feels like a little spoiled rich kid. And it's like, you know what? I know you kicked the beehive, but you didn't deserve to get stung. We'll exterminate all the bees. And if you exterminate all the bees, Jake, all life dies. We know that. So blue ball's going down.
I'm just saying, like, maybe you'll think of an even nicer coach. But it's like, think of the nicest coach who's ever coached in the league. No one was like, hey, Andy Reid, you've had a hell of a run. I know you didn't make the playoffs this year, but Andy, what a run you've had to right now.
Honestly, I think you tried as hard as you could, and we can't ask for more than that. So that's fine. Imagine after fucking Matt LaFleur blows the lead to the Bears. It's like, Matt, honestly, I saw you trying. You really tried hard. And I think that's fine. Keep your chin up.
I just figured out why it bothered me, because it's fucking Rudy. It's why I don't like Rudy.
It is Rudy.
It's Rudy. It's why I don't like Rudy, because everyone goes, let that terrible kid play. Let him in, coach. His grades are good and his life is sad.
And you hate it because it's not real life. And right now it is real life.
I thought you were going to say you hate it because it should have been you. And I was like,
you should have been Rudy. It could have been you.
It could have been me. Our life was kind of sad and I had good grades. If dad was in a tragic welding accident or wherever the fuck happens, I'm Rudy.
He got his lip kicked off by a horse or a cow at one point. It's similar.
Absolutely. He's got tic-tac-toe lip.
It happens. And you know what? You overcame that adversity as a child.
I did. I could have done that. So that's where I thought you were going. But it's the whole idea of Rudy, where it's like Rudy is non-sports fans' favorite sports movie. Liam Cohen is non-football fans' favorite football coach.
He feels like he's playing a character every time he speaks into a microphone. He's the Russell Wilson of head coaches. This isn't serious. This isn't real life.
No. He feels like he's a disciple of Pete Carroll, for sure.
Kind of. It's just like, in my honest, true personal opinion, I feel like Khan put him through media training with the AEW people. Like, it just all feels really fake.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely could have. I don't know. Khan maybe had that reporter planning because it was just out of nowhere, just like
I think it was Khan made a little voice change.
That would have been really good. I don't know. It just caught me off guard that it was like, I did miss the cut before, and I understand, but even the sense to defend him, Well,
I actually wrote an article about it because I kind of wanted to talk shit about the media. But there's another thing that happened earlier in the year with the Browns that no one's talking about. But the reporter didn't even ask a question. He said he wants to share how he feels, which is already like, go fuck yourself, to Stefanski. And it's like, I hope this isn't the last time I get to talk to you, because I think the way you've been treated is really unfair. Every time you go out there and coach, you have the worst offense of all time. You put an inferior product on the field. I just want you to know that. And Stefanski's like, thanks. Like,
what do I do? Yeah.
What do I do with that? So it's like, you're trashing ownership. So you put them in a shitty situation. You're telling us how you feel. Who gives a shit? But also, I think the offensive coach has a little bit of something to say about the offense. So you're saying is inferior to every single person you step on the field with.
I don't want to knock the lady because she was being nice. Like,
yes, she was. I think it came from a genuine good place.
And she was like actually interacting with him a little bit and was kind of talking to him, not the room, which I appreciated. So that was good. He did react like, finally, someone notices what a good boy I've been.
Wrong time, wrong place. Yeah. Like that's something you say to him after the press conference. Like, you can't do this.
I don't even want to say she should have done something different. But like for him, I don't know, answer the questions, and maybe someone else, or maybe she could have like, hey, how do you feel about the season? Like tell me. I don't need to tell you you did good.
What I'm about to say is not fair, to be completely honest, and it's not something I necessarily believe. I don't believe it. I don't know why I said that. I don't believe it. But it gives a very, very bad look for women in sports, because that's going to get fully criticized and under a microscope.
Yeah.
It's like,
and
what are they
I guess
doing?
that's what I'm saying is, let me jump on that a little bit, because I think that's unfortunate. It's the only clip of her we have. And now it's like, I'm sure
no one knows her name.
No. And I'm sure she was reporting the whole fucking time. It's like,
right.
This kind of also feels weird to pack on him, but where it's like, I'm like, if Cohen takes it a little bit more fucking on the chin and like helps her out a bit, like, why does she have to do his PR for him?
Right. And you could have said something more after it. Like, I appreciate what you're saying, but
yeah, thanks.
You know what? We just lost a fucking game, and I take ownership for that. You don't need to be like, you're right, and I am also the victim.
And by the way, thanks, Susie. Or like let's call it out a little bit. Instead, he's like, you're right, whoever you are. It just I totally
so
agree
right.
with you.
It is
and
hard
also,
for me.
The guy, And the guy before is a dick. I don't want to take, like, I'm sure he cut into him. That's fine too.
That's why, like, media people, these journalists, the issue, they suck. They fucking suck. And the issue is their notability, their celebrity is going up with, like, the way their role is now and everyone's following them and stuff. The importance of their job is going fully down. We don't need them anymore. They're supposed to be a vocal box for the fans, give the fans information, ask the fans questions to the coaches, the players, the whatever. We now don't need that because the teams are able to just post their injury report online. They're able to do stuff like that. So now they're acting outside of what their role is. That woman was acting like a therapist. We have others, reporters who went to Syracuse for journalism and now are football experts somehow. They're giving their analysis. And they think their opinion matters because for some reason they feel entitled enough that they think they're part of the team and they need to share their thoughts. That's why that guy's sharing his feelings about the team is like, about that Browns team. He's criticizing the team because he thinks he knows better. That's insane. We can't have that. Like, journalists right now, just shut up, report what was said. You are a telephone. You are the string in the middle of two cans. That's all your role is. Just do that. You don't need to speak up. You don't need to give analysis. You don't need to do anything else. We're done with you. You stink. That's the issue right now. It's so annoying. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's like, it's also crazy because it's like, I'm looking into right now, but Lynn Jones, it's come out now as the reporter who was supportive. By the way, McAfee had a very similar reaction to ours, so I'm like, well, here we go, Pat, we're in line. But she's been the fucking industry for like 20 years from like what I'm seeing here.
Sure.
And it's like, to your point, she probably felt obligated to say something because what he said was so fucking crazy. And now she's the story instead of the guy who was an ass about it. So it's not fair either way. Yeah.
Correct. And her mission, I assume she's like, mission accomplished. Now it's not, the story is not how that question and Liam Cohen's answer, whatever it was, just looking like a full doofus or whatever. Now the story is that is her, for better or for worse, I suppose. She took a lot of the heat here. And she's probably going to get a really nice gift from Liam Cohen, would be my guess. Like, I'm sure he's going to get her something nice.
Yeah. And like, it's, you just got to hold your up, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, Duval is crazy. It's a crazy thing to say in her quote.
Yeah, she said Duval in the middle.
But
no one's ever sounded good saying Duval. Leave it alone. Find a new phrase.
Yeah. And like, but it's just a good mind. Like, by the way, everyone's reactions to it needs to take, I know we're reacting to it, but anyone who reacted to that and went, one of the top comments about it is someone being like, how'd she get in the reporter room? It's like what you were saying earlier, but absolutely go fuck yourself. Yeah. Absolutely. But it's crazy. They get a certain amount of time. By the way, your point about what these jobs are, like, you get a certain amount of time to ask questions. I hate to break it to everybody. There's only 3 good questions to ask. She takes her time to address what seemed like way out of bounds comments, and she was short and sweet and concise. She directed him. She didn't like make a big thing of it. Correct. The Duvall was a little crazy.
I think that's fully justified, that opinion too. The other opinion is, you're a reporter. Why is your name even mentioned? Why is any part of this about you?
And the only thing I'll say to that is what you said earlier, which is, I don't think, unlike the Browns guy, hers was clearly a response in the moment to something else. The Browns guy
was crazy.
The Browns guy is crazy. Whereas this is like, she didn't say her name. She didn't like use it to connect to the paper. She just was like, that felt a little out of line. So it's like one of those things where it's like, I totally agree with you. And it seems like in the reaction, she's like, I didn't think people would care about it. I just was like, she's also a lot older than Liam Cohen. Liam Cohen is a little fucking baby. So she's like, stop picking on this child.
And let's be fully honest here.
It's Liam Cohen's fault.
It is Liam Cohen's fault. It definitely is. It's also Trevor Lawrence's fault. That pick was terrible.
Yeah.
You said she's been doing this for 20 plus years or whatever. She's been covering the Jaguars, I assume, for pretty much that entire time.
She was covering the Lions for 5 years and has been covering the Jags for close to 15. Cut her some fucking slack.
Well, that's what I'm gonna say. She has never had any notoriety. She's like, I didn't think anyone would care because she's never said anything anyone's ever cared about because she's been covering shitty football teams and nothing ever matters.
For a Jacksonville TV station.
Yeah. Like she's been able to say whatever she wanted into a microphone for 2 decades and it's been irrelevant the entire time.
And no one probably noticed because it was nice stuff, you know? Like
maybe this is her bit the entire time. Who knows?
Her bit is like kindness. Like it's like listen, this doesn't happen if Liam Cohen is any other coach in the NFL. So, you know, he's got to react.
A reaction or what?
Like no other coach makes a reporter in the room feel like they have to stick up for him. Can you think of another coach where someone would hop in and be like, hey, don't pick on the poor baby? I just feel like everyone else in response to the first question handles their business.
They would handle it differently. I think you're right. The other thing, like maybe Mike McDaniel at first, but then now everyone fully turned on him. Maybe Matt LaFleur at first, but everyone kind of knows what he is now.
Even them, to give them some credit, I've seen clips of Matt LaFleur shooting it back at a reporter, and certainly Mike McDaniel. So it's like I've seen that. Even like I've never seen him shoot back at a reporter. But you want to know the nice guy way to do this if you're going to go uber nice guy? I've seen reporters like get on Dan Campbell's case. Dan Campbell goes so sad, golden retriever. No one, you don't have to say anything because Dan owns it.
Here's the thing. So Liam Cohen couldn't handle getting pushed back and was a little baby about it. Now it's like, let's go back and revisit everything we've seen this season. Please. Let's change the course of history and let Salah and him fight. Let's just see what would have happened. He did a fake hold me back thing. I wish no one held him back. I wish Salah could have came and, got in his face.
I wish Salah had a moment to realize what was happening.
Yeah, he had no idea what was going on.
No one's ever picked a fight with that guy. No one's ever picked a fight with Salah. He didn't know what to do.
He didn't hear him. He waited until Salah was on the other side of the field. And then the camera was on him. It was a wrestling promo. You know who would also react that way? I feel like that's how Panay Sewell would react because he's like, no one's ever wanted to fight me. He's like, what do you mean you want to fight me? Yeah, that's Trent Williams too. It's like, really? Okay, well, I've never been here before. I guess put up your dukes. I don't know. I shove you 20 yards. I don't know. I don't know what to do. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Luke had a good call with Dante Culpepper and Dennis Green for a chicken fight, by the way. I like that one. That was good. I also saw Brett Favre, Mike Sherman. I thought that was good. What about like a Brad Childress, Brett Favre combo? Brad Childress can't swim. It's my professional opinion. No. Oh, you know who's Brad great? Childress with his shirt off? Yeah. Terrible. Throwback. Okay. Let me get this name in mind. Bud Grant, Fran Tarkenton. Bud Grant would be undefeated in chicken fights. But that could be frozen. Bud doesn't care. No, absolutely not. Yeah, and Fran on top. I think that's great. I think that's really good. That's very strong. That's a very good one. Yeah. Bill Cowher, Big Ben, pretty good. Cowher strong for sure. Do you get Cowher Bradshaw? Does that have to be old Terry Bradshaw? Yeah. I mean, Terry's how many chicken fights over under you think Terry Bradshaw's been in? Like 102 and a half. He's been in so many. An obscene number. Yeah. Really high amount. Yeah. Tom Coughlin, Eli's not bad. Who's on top? Tom Coughlin doesn't let his feet hit the water. I think he makes Eli carry him. True. He's spending the whole time criticizing Eli too.
Oh, ready for this poll? This is the type of shit where like I feel like my sports brain kicks in. Now I can think of all these pairings. Jim Mora, Arch Manning.
Jim Mora, Arch Manning. Mike Shanahan, RG3.
That's very good. That's very, very good. I will say my favorite one I saw in there, actually, I think Luke was the one who called out Mike Singletary and Kaepernick.
Kaepernick, oof. That would be an interesting one.
Even Jim
Harbaugh. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, is that his best combo? Yeah, you don't want Alex Smith on there.
Oh, what about Mike Zimmer and Teddy Bridgewater? Mike Zimmer is another one. He's in the Coughlin category for me. He just hates to be there. Old white who's so negative.
I'd have to look up what quarterbacks he was with, but technically Forrest Gregg was a head coach. So he's got to have some good pairings.
Yeah. Forrest Gregg's a monster.
Art Shell.
Very good one. Art Shell is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, get Holmgren in there. Holmgren can do it.
I was thinking about Holmgren and Hasselbeck.
Yeah, at Hasselbeck. That'd be good. Okay, so
that's a show.
We'll be back. That is the show. We'll be back next week. We did a lot of chicken fight talk. So I think if everyone, two pieces of homework. One, go listen to the band Chickenfoot. Fantastic band. And two, send in your best all time, maybe, NFL chicken fight combos, head coach and quarterback. There's got to be some good ones. Maybe I'll type that into AI and maybe that's an article. Maybe that's a video. I don't know. That's something coming to Flurry Sports very soon. We'll be back next week to break down what the conference championship matchups will be. And sorry about last week. Goodbye.